And we're back. Part 3. I want to see. Did I unlock Walker as a partner or Walker Traveler? Unlock at Lies and Fraud. No, I didn't unlock him. Maybe I got to play through and get him at the end. Oh, maybe I have to ditch. What's her name? Let's see. Lies and Fraud. I could do a rerun later. We achieved the dust settles. The ending that feels like, I guess, like not a non-ending. Oh, wait. Oh, no, never mind. That's the number. I thought that was like the number of endings. But we are missing the... What are they called? We are missing the mythical items. We didn't get any here. To keep up the idea of mystery, we're just going to hop into the next one. And I don't know. When we're done all of them, maybe we'll hop back and try and get that first one like fully cleared. And then the next, and the next, and the next. Okay. Soladnit. You've received a request from Mr. Carter to investigate the recent disappearance of his wife, Mrs. Carter, who was last seen a week ago inside her bedroom. Since he's a well-known collector and jeweler in the community, he also hired you as a bodyguard out of suspicion that there might be an assassination attempt on his life. Alright. Recommended is investigated, occultism, and probably last one would be observation. I can't see it here. Exploration, not a lot of fighting. There'll be fighting, I'm guessing. Duration, medium. What was the duration of this one? Medium. Okay. Let's build a character who's better at occultism. Occultist. What do you all need for an occultist? Really high intelligence, willpower, basic constitution, weak strength, and not a lot of dexterity. Let's see, is Amy alright at occultism? Or is she like a little underpowered? Reproject, right experience. Intelligence is alright. Occultism is 60, not amazing, but... Ooh! Each time you commence battle, randomly add half of your erudition value to one of the skills. Brawl, shoot, occultism, medicine. Then increase the target value of critical success of the skill by 5 until the end of combat. Ooh! She got Eureka moment? Pendant of the Undead. I'm guessing you can't change that out on other characters, only your own. Oh, I can't read. I cannot read Chinese. I'm pretty sure it's Chinese. Hold on. Settings. This is Japanese, that's katakana. That's Chinese, I'm pretty sure. Hold on, there should be voiceover. AI, yeah, CV. But no voiceover. I like doing voices. I feel in power, in control when I do it. Alright. Fist of Truth. Looking over, we didn't unlock Walker, big sad. So we're gonna have to do all these. Curson's Black Day, Soldat. Soldanet. Lies and Fraud. Oh, you can unlock someone named Yummy. Looks a little bit like Iris, if I remember correctly. You unlock a lot of them from Curson Days Black. 2 from Soldanet. Saya and Sherry. Alright. Let's see what we can get. I also would like to see what I can do with these points. Maybe we'll hop in and see. I'm sad we didn't get Walker. Okay. Or Roswell in there? Profession enhancement. Stun baton. We don't have good brawl. We'll take that. We'll just have it. I think I'll take the Reseta Aria again. That's alright. I don't think I can change that. Carried items. Got an alright amount. Join team. There are unused time points for the character. If you continue to enter the module, these time points will automatically use kill time. Any growth that exceeds max luck will not be used. Okay, I don't know what kill time is. Is that professional enhancement or do... What is kill time? Can we check with her? Oh, a foregoman. Do not bother me. Okay, fine. Is it related to these books? Many unknown books are stored on the left shelf. Read the top layer. Nope. Unable to read that. Yeah, unable to read. Let's see. Maybe the typewriter has something to say. Oh, okay, so... Oh, is that what the kill time is? Learn. Extent social. You want to improve your diplomacy skill? You want to improve your diplomacy skill by meeting all kinds of people, and you will spend a lot of money. I don't want to spend money. I got a good amount, though. I got a good amount of money. Wandering the city. Conceal. Obtain a negative trait. Nah. Let's see. Contacted cults. Okay, I can change that. Put it to sleep. Intelligence. If we get stuck in debt, can we run it back? Okay, might as well. We can get stuck in debt, and then we can change the shop owner thing back, hopefully. We can change that one back if we want to. And then when we have Stuck in Debt Awakened, we can change it back again, and we'll get the one where every time we get debt, we get luck. Okay. Do I obtain it? Yeah, gain SP. And then go to a good thing taken. She doesn't have time, does she? Yeah, she doesn't have time. I wonder why. I scrolled down too quick. And I thought this part mixed with this part for 1 second. Okay, that's good. It's good. Okay, what does kill time do? Obtain 2 to 5 luck if the character enters the next module with unused development phase time, those will automatically use this. What is find yourself? Reset SP equal to the current value to the current will value, but does not exceed the SP limit as a result. Okay, there we go. We got 3 left. We can make 6 to 900 funds, which might be nice. It's overseas trip. If you're not in major wound state, then restore all HP. Restore SP. Ooh. That might be nice. Wilderness game. You get strength, will. Both your strength and will not exceed 60 through this effect. Make sports check if failed. Nah. How much luck do I have? I only got 11. Let's see. I want to reset that. I want to get my luck back. How do I get my luck back again? Like that. Ooh. We'll get as much luck as we can back. That's nice. And what is this? Of proud creation. That's not any of these. Alright. To Denit. Amy and yeah, we got Arya, we got Blast Shield, we got the badge. Yeah. We should be able to handle ourselves for the most part. I don't think we'll have any trouble. I hope we don't have any trouble. As you were reading through the newspaper, you've received an unexpected commission. Carter is a well-known jeweler, and through a newspaper you learned that he is preparing for a remarkable jewelry exhibition. Just as you were amazed by the colorful life of wealthy people, you received a commission to investigate a missing person. The client is Mr. Carter himself. His wife mysteriously disappeared from the bedroom not long ago. He suspects someone is trying to harm him. So he hired you to investigate this case and temporarily act as his bodyguard. No. Decided to take on the commission and went to go meet Mr. Carter. I'm making this up in my head. During the journey, you passed through a picturesque forest. The sunny weather gives off an atmosphere of tranquility and peace of mind. I have a bad feeling about that. On both sides of the road are fields shaded by green trees with gentle breezes brushing against your ears. Perhaps there won't be too many surprises in this mission, or so you think. Our character is cautious. Well, at least you had attempted to be positive about this trip. Already, your car had broken down out of nowhere, so you stopped at a nearby gas station in hopes of repairing it. It was just your luck that you wandered right into a gang's territory, and soon found yourself surrounded. Just as you were about to give up on this trip, a car slammed into the gang leaders, leaving only a bloody pile of gore. Door opens and a girl yanks you inside. She questions you for a moment, realizing that you are headed to Carter's residence. That's where you find yourself. Find your current situation. Oh, it's Saya. That's one of the companions we can get. Just committed vehicular manslaughter. That's something. Okay, the name's Saya. Any particular reason you're headed to Carter's? Are you aware of what recently happened there? It's not exactly safe. I'm well aware his wife went missing after all. I was hired to investigate this matter. That being said, I'm also a friend of his. He's helped me out before. Saya nods, watching the road ahead of her. Was she the one driving? Was she the one who reduced the gang leader into bloody gore. Saya nods and watches the road ahead of her. You begin to settle in and focus on a black cat that you've been noticed laying just ahead of you. It seems to have laid claim to the perfect spot in the sun.
Meow.
Meow. Her name is Snow. Isn't she cute? You reach out a hand to Snow and touch her head. She's not afraid of strangers. Petting her soft fur, you feel a bit more relaxed. Hey, petting a cat gives you one step away from damnation. Saya. Aren't you worried about being in danger? Carter's home is targeted by somebody. Are you afraid of danger then, Saya? I'm definitely not. How about this? What if I said I were a professional assassin? Would you believe me? The portrait changed. I have no reason to believe nor doubt you. All I know is that you're a beautiful girl with a cat after all. Upon hearing your words, the corners of Saya's mouth rise. She points at the glove compartment. It's gonna be a gun, isn't it? I'm gonna decide again. Our altruism activated. I shall keep your secret a secret. Hey, we got our luck back. How about you try and guess what I'm here for? I assume Carter invited you as well. If you want me to know, I assume you'll tell me. You're no fun. Well, to my point. I'd appreciate if you please don't get in my way, alright? If so, I'll just be your audience. The sky gradually darkens as growling clouds drift into view above. It looks like it might rain any moment. At this point, the sun is about to set, and you have reached the familiar road near the Carter mansion. I think she's something not right with her. She committed vehicular manslaughter in the most brutal description possible, and she drives away and starts cracking jokes. I don't trust her. Saya drifts around the bend skillfully and slams on the gas pedal. She quickly charges ahead towards the Carter's mansion and into the front parking. As you pull in, a woman strolls up to the vehicle. She's dressed in a butler's attire and seems to be about 40 or 50 years old, but in rather incredible shape. She wears her uniform with a sense of pride, giving you a strange sense of reliability. In the corner of your eye, you notice Carter sitting within the study of the mansion. He seems to be talking to someone, but strangely, there's no one in front of him. He's holding a piece of metal. He's holding a glowing piece of metal. Seemingly speaking to it, the butler follows your gaze to Carter and politely bows in apology. My lord has been waiting for you. Waiting in the study for some time. Please allow me to lead you to him. You begin to follow behind the butler as she takes you towards the manor. Before you sits a magnificent building, though you remember Carter referring to it as a quaint country house before. As you take in the Berlin countryside, you walk through the doorway, and find yourself in the manor's grand dining room. Wait, you just walk into the dining room? That's wild. Well, I haven't been in a manor of any kind, so I wouldn't know. Outside, you see a grand garden comprised of numerous flora, many of which seem imported. Around you, the servants, coming and going. Though compared to the butler, they seem worse for wear. Ever since the recent incident, the house staff have been uncomfortable. I've tried to instruct them to calm down to lessen the tension, but as you can see, please feel free to rely on me during your stay with that in mind. The butler continues to report on various happenings of the property as you make your way towards the study. Right. What you noticed earlier was what Carter calls a cellophone. A cell phone. It acts as a long-distance form of communication which he has been using with his business partners as of late. As you ponder the potential of such technology, you realize you're already in the study. It says modern era, but it feels like it's like late. Like, when was the cell phone invented? I don't know. My dear friends, who have come all this way, I apologize for the long wait. Before we get to the matter at hand, there is an item I wish to show you. You hear a mechanism begin to turn inside the table. The top of the table splits apart and a glass case emerges within the table. Within lies a bust wearing a necklace. What really catches your eye is the beauty of the sapphire necklace hanging from its neck. Hey, it's my birthstone. Birthstone, rather. I've always heard that you were more than just a businessman. Looks like you have an interest in creating gadgets as well. Quite an interesting hobby you've got. My skills are not worth bragging about. I purchased this antique from an auction house. The gems on it are priceless. Carter's words make you stare at the gem. I have a better chance with intelligence. Still not a great chance. It's a flip of the coin. Oh no. Okay. When you focus on the gem, your vision begins to warp into a strange illusion. The gem appears to be practically absorbing the surrounding light, much like a black hole devouring everything. Your eyes begin to tremble as if countless colors burst from the gem. You cannot describe the colors, but just feel an overwhelming sense of fear and intimidation from each. An intense sensory stimulation wreaks havoc through your nerves. Okay. The light begins to fade as Carter's voice pulls you back to reality. This gem is called Soladnit. Soladnit. I found this through one of my close contacts that thought it might be of interest to me. From my studies, this gem is completely unique in its makeup. That's why it's both priceless and incomparable to anything. In terms of why I'm talking to you about this, though, I suspect it might be related to my wife's disappearance. Assume there's a reason. I assume there's a reason for your logic. Correct. Once this Soladnet arrived at the mansion, strange things began happening consistently. The maids began noticing signs of vandalism on the property. There have also occasionally been flowers strung through the garden in an intentional manner. Both myself and my staff have begun hearing strange noises coming from the hallway every now and then. I suspect that someone is after the Soladnet. That being said, even my contact was completely lost as to who else knew about our exchange. While it was harmless at first, my wife's disappearance became the final straw. And the reason that I summoned you. In that case, why did you choose to store the Soladnet in your study? Isn't it basically provoking whoever is doing this? How do I do like the rich man laugh? All right. It's not actually here. Under this manor lies an underground vault where I safely store my various collectibles, valuables. What you see here is a mere holographic projection. Now that you understand, now that you have an understanding of my request, I'd like to begin by investigating the room my wife was residing in. Just as Carter finishes his sentence, the device on his desk begins to beep rapidly and he excuses himself to take a call. Apologies. My lord is rather busy with the issue at hand. He did ask that I act as your guide in the event anything came up, so allow me to guide you to the bedroom. Oh, what is this music? Why did it start up? Ooh, oh, it's good music. Slowly rising to something. Okay. The butler leads you away from the study into the corridor of the mansion. As the clamor of daylight fades, the shadows of night creep into the soul. When the bustle of day recedes, what remains? You know not, nor can you fathom. While there are many rooms in Carter's Manor, he asked that you prioritize the upper floor for the time being. You can't help but look on in disbelief, as both the first and second floor are filled with various exhibits of jewelry and priceless statues. Your guide indicates that the room at the end of this hallway is the master bedroom, whereas the room before is where Carter's wife had been residing. They're sleeping apart? Something bad happening? She also tells you that currently the mansion has no other rooms currently occupied, as the staff primarily reside in their own residence or just off the property. Many of the manor's rooms have ended up used as utility setups for supplies to maintain the manor or for Carter's collection. She shows you to the first bedroom and holds the door for you to enter. Alright, let's see. There's no blood, then we might need to make a few inferences based off that. A housekeeper pushes the door open, and in front of you is a very cozy room, mainly colored pink. This used to be the little lady's room, but she passed away due to a catastrophic car accident 5 years ago. It was a great shock for Mrs. Carter, and she had lived here ever since. Oh no, yeah, that's what happened. It wasn't anything bad on Carter's part, I don't think. Mr. Carter's part. It's a shame when you think about it. I didn't know much about the day she disappeared, so I took the liberty of tidying the room. Pardon me. What have you put in place? What have you put in place? A diary fell on the floor. I recognized it as the Mrs. Diary, so I put it back on the table. Madam has always treasured that diary, but somehow she dropped it on the floor again. I was confused by this. Cat? Snow! I'm going to take care of Snow. My bad. I'm going to take care of Snow. My bad. My lord has instructed me to cooperate with the guests in the investigation, so I'll wait here for now. Auto-saving? Okay, let's see what trouble we can get into. I can run. Then you can walk. Is it Y? Okay, so there'll be occultism and there'll be observation. We got perception and observation. Those should help with the investigation. And then we'll let Amy handle occultism, erudition, that stuff. Let's look at the flowers. Take away the water from the tea. Well, we got tea water now. Looks like they're using electricity and not torches like they did in the old place. I'm going to take a wild guess and say that Saya was the daughter that went missing. Just I don't know, the color here and the color on her seem very recognizable. Do they have a picture of the daughter? That went missing. The windows each seem to be reinforced with a layer of metal wiring to form a mesh across the window. This type of mesh looks as though it's to prevent break-ins, but also prevent individuals from getting out the window. Either Carter's very serious about security, or that he's very paranoid about something. The moon was blocked by thick clouds and the window seemed to be fogged up. The window in front of you begins to reflect something as you simply stand there. It's not your silhouette, though. You look at the window only to see your panicked reflection. You are confused as to what just happened. Am I on edge today? Maybe. What is that? Step forward. Before you sits a bed that remains the same as it was the day the madam disappeared. You quickly inspect the bedding, not finding anything particularly concerning until you decide to look underneath. Under the bed, you find a plethora of pill bottles scattered across the floor. What is it? Sedative? These are all strong antidepressants. She must have been in a terrible state after losing her daughter. I had advised the madam to take care of her health on multiple occasions. Even when I had refused to give them for her, she would find them somewhere else. Then there was also an incident in which she had attempted to take her own life with a kitchen knife. Fortunately, she simply passed out after drawing blood, and the night watchman discovered her soon after. It got to the point where the master could not bear to see the madam grieving in this manner. Therefore, he allowed her to overindulge. You mean Madam Carter could have not been in the right mind due to her addiction and the drug's influence? It's certainly possible. The master's mansion is quite large and has many different collections. We gave up searching in a few areas due to the risk that we would damage his collections. That's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. Valuing coin over life is not a great thing. Not in my opinion. What the heck? Interact with the wall? We'll see what she has to say. Hopefully it doesn't result in anything bad. Snow. You can't just scratch anything here, you know? Otherwise you won't be able to compensate. Or even if you won't be able to compensate, even if you were to sell yourself away. Yeah. Cats can be that way. Definitely. View the drawer. You pull out the drawers and check them one by one, only to find some expensive cosmetics. These bottles and jars are neatly arranged. It seems that the madam is very concerned about the rules and order. Ooh, wine. Bandages, sure. Very organized line of thought. A lot of trauma, apparently. An addiction of sort. Is she Sherlock? I don't think she's Sherlock. She wouldn't be Sherlock. Or a Sherlock archetype. On the table above Snow sits a diary. It seems to have been infrequently used, but you notice the owner as Miss Carter's daughter. As you read, you see the diary abruptly ends one day, as you suspect it was the day of her accident. The writing on the last page is blurred, as if it had been smeared by water. There's not nearly enough detail here to even speculate. As if in thought, you run your hand over the ink of the last page. A lot of information pours into your mind, mindless but containing strong emotion. You look back and you realize you aren't standing within the bedroom anymore. A short distance away, you see a skinny young girl walking down the street. You hear the engine of a car roar from the right. You turn briefly as the car enters the vision and at full speed runs into the girl. Blood spews out on either side, covering the driveway in a bright red gore. You look at the car. It's a black-toned, vintage model that looks rather expensive. As you take in the details, you realize the car is heading straight in your direction. You are unable to move. The car collides with you as the illusionary vision fades. As you find yourself in the bedroom, you stumble back, losing balance. Saya catches you before you hit your head on the ground. But your head aches from the vision that was imprinted into your mind. Succeeding, but we still lose. Are you alright there, partner? You hear her words, but take a moment to collect yourself. Your brain feels as though a portion of your mind files have been spread across the ground. Saya, stay away from the diary. I just had a disturbing vision. What was it you saw that got you all worked up? I saw a young girl violently killed by a car. It didn't seem like it was accidental. The vehicle looked like a black vintage model. Black in color. After it hit the girl, it seemed to notice me and went to kill me. A black vintage model. Wait, does it resemble the one in the parking lot we passed earlier? I wasn't paying attention to the cars in the parking lot. We should probably take a look later. I can only remember the model design and color. Vintage black car. It'd probably be best that we viewed this as well. She opens the diary in a hurry, expecting the experience that what you told her. Oddly, she seems to experience no change. You get the feeling that she didn't see what you did. She looks over to you, almost disappointed. What a shame. I guess only you witnessed it. This last page looks ruined, though. I couldn't help but overhear your conversation. If I may offer an opinion, the damage may have been done by the madam. Her unstable state may have left her wanting to remove any trace that reminded her of her daughter's death. Have you encountered anything strange before with this diary? Potentially along the lines of a vision of a black vehicle? No, I have not. I apologize for being unable to provide a better response. Have there been any strange occurrences of note in the space before the madam's disappearance? Nothing of note comes to mind after being overly strange. Well, I do come here near daily to clean. I'm not in the space for extended periods of time. All right, then. We'll continue our investigation for a moment longer. As you please, Lady Saya. Let's look around a bit longer. I want to entertain a few more possibilities. Examine the room from the corner, hoping the angle might help your concentration. As you take a moment to think, you notice a small crack on the floor to the wall behind you, but it doesn't seem to have been made by any external impact. It looks as though the wall cracked from the inside from structural damage. Interesting. The music seems a little cheery. Would you mind if we brought our investigation to Mr. Carter's room? Certainly. You only have been given the authority to conduct your investigation as you please. Once you complete your investigation here, you should go to Carter's room to investigate. Will you go there now? We'll investigate a bit more. We'll keep talking to Saya. Maybe she'll have more to say. You notice Saya put a metal disc behind the portrait in the brief prior in which The butler turns her attention elsewhere. Sire? Saya puts a finger on her lip, to her lips. We have our own ways to ascertain the truth. Have you found anything else of use? I have a few ideas, but something is abnormal here. I think we've gotten all we can from this room, though. It'd probably be best to move to the next destination. If you're ready, then, partner, let's head to Carter's room. Time to go. Where's the cat? Where's Snow? Would you mind if we brought our investigation to Carter's room? Okay. Dialogue. You've seen enough here. So far, it's messy. Well, so far what I've glimmered from what's happening here is that, deeply troubled widow, I would say an uncaring husband, because, like, they didn't want to look upon their collections in case they might ruin them, apparently. I don't really know. Saya is doing something shady, but she says it's to ascertain truth, so hopefully she's telling the truth. My apologies, my lord tends to leave his room in this state and insists we leave it be. Please, watch your step. Immediately you are taken aback by the sprawling mess that is this room. It looks much less like a bedroom and more like a testing ground that has been allowed the convenience of a grand bed among a few other commonplace items. The tables are littered with stacks of papers and scrolls and machinery that you haven't seen before. The day after the incident occurred, my lord slowly began to use this space less and less. He eventually ended up moving into his study full-time, almost avoiding this space entirely. So while the space itself hasn't been greatly disturbed since the incident, I'm unsure whether you'll find anything of use here. What's this stand for? What do you mean? That shelf? Well, the master was very excited when he got the Soldenat. Damn it. Almost every day he looks at the beautiful gemstones on the side of the shelf with a magnifying glass. It's as if he is enchanted by it. However, after realizing that he may have been targeted by thieves, he deposited the gem in an underground vault. I heard he had also hired a detective who solved many supernatural incidents, and she will come here tomorrow. Well, I hope she's easy to talk to then. Let's get started, partner. The sooner we finish, the sooner we can rest. Well, I hope that I have a comfortable room. Don't worry. I have prepared the rooms for both of you. Oh, we can sleep in the same room. I wouldn't suggest it. We're a good team, after all. I'd rather stay by his side than let him get lost somewhere else. Understood. What I'm thinking... Something... what is it? It might be a golden apple situation where this item is causing Mr. Carter to be very selfish and very, like, what is it called? Very greedy. And he believes that thieves are coming after him. He believes that everyone's after him, which somebody might be. Because somebody did, from what we saw in the vision, intentionally hit his daughter with a car. And that car was here. Well, that car was parked somewhere. I think it might be Saya, if I'm being honest, who hit. Because she hit the dude on the way here. And she's still acting like she didn't do it. It's like she forgot. She just completely forgot about, like, hitting the person. Alright. Let's get to work, partner. Only one room. Did you even think about asking me first? Okay. I want to see. Does anything bad happen if I stand on the gems? No. Interact. I'll find all the interaction spaces. Okay, that's the window. That's the bed. Open the drawer. View the machine. That's interesting. Shelf. Okay, where do we begin? We'll begin on this corner of the room and we'll leave and we'll go outwards. You find a framed hand-drawn sketch on the drawer. From what you make out, the sketch shows an intense rugose cone, roughly 10 feet high and 10 feet diameter. At the bottom, all the covers are strange, uneven, scale-like texture, all covered in a strange, uneven, scale-like structure. You don't know what it is, whether it's a machine or a living creature. I can't even guess what this might be. Carter's mind is quite unique. I think he's also going mad, but... Alright. Well, we'll be using Observe. We got this. Oh, nice. Well, you understand that people have different perspectives. As your eyes fall upon this tragedy, even in a room this torn up, you can't help but take a step back in concern. The bed is covered in documents and books and blueprints. The only shred of morality is the blanket itself, has been spared from the circus. As you turn your attention to beneath the bed, you notice aged and weathered documents containing strange symbols as text. Upon closer examination, you know some of these words. This is the limit of the times. Below, you see two crossed-out symbols that have been circled and marked as important. I doubt I have time to decipher these symbols. If I were to ask Carter, I can't be certain he'd be straightforward either. Someone else might know how to quickly decipher it. Yeah, let me see. Now that we know that, so he's got a weird blueprint, he's got weird blueprints on his bed, limited by his times. Is he Iron Man's father? Howard Stark? I don't know. Looking at the background, it looks like there's a painting there. That I'm pretty sure might be a mirror. That's a machine of some sort. Gems lay spread across the floor as if forgotten. You take a moment to look over them and find one that seems intact. Though engraved with runic symbols, you decide to hold on to it. Ooh, that's one of those interesting ones. I also forgot to equip everything. Zoom one charge, restore all mana. Ooh. Okay, what did we get from our, Can I equip two? I can. Badge. I want that in offhand. We don't have good brawl, so hitting with it probably won't be a great idea. And we'll have that main hand. What can we have in there? Nothing at the moment. Research notes. Pendant of the Undead. Get the encyclopedia. Can we give her a weapon? What is her skill looking like for shoot? About a 60. Okay. I can't send it to... Yeah, I can't send it to Amy. Can I send that? I can't. send a lot of things, but I can't send, like, the gun for some reason. Alright. We got good observe. Not good enough. Oh, I have like 80 and I lost that, man. That sucks. When searching for the information, you find a book about mysticism and you try to learn from it. Please? Yeah. Occultism is increased by 5. Is increased by 5. Before you sits a strange arrangement of brass coils, stemming from a box of the same material. The box itself has small holes, as if to serve as a means to attach these coils. As you lean over to examine, you notice the end of the coils have a small metal needle at the end. Is this for engraving or transferring energy? Gems lay spread across the floor as if forgotten. Runic symbols, you decide to keep one. Looks like a radio, but it seems different, whether modified beyond what you're used to see. You're used to, or a model from overseas. Looks like a cassette player, a little bit. The table doesn't match the room either. Oh. 105. Okay, we're looking at the machine. We look down there. Could either talk to her, talk to that. Talk to the table. The table looks old. It looks like there's rust on it, doesn't there? Like, it's completely different. It's completely removed from what this room looks like. It's out of place. Same with that. Which makes me think this is something different. I'll get more information on it. The corner seems to house files focused on the jewelry trade as a whole, including sellers, costs, and potential upcoming items. You can't help but lose interest as the documents go on and on and on. Ooh, a hammer. Is that a hammer? Horn hammer. Armor break. I don't have good brawl. Let's investigate the table. View the stand. As you look over the table, you once again feel a wave of dizziness at the sheer cost of it and the items that lay throughout. Seems as though he's grown more interested in collecting jewels than you previously remember. As you take in the sight for a moment, you notice a pattern spread on the top of the table and attempt to piece it together in your mind. Occultism erudition. Okay, we'll use occultism. We suck at it. Please. God roll. Oh no! God roll. Yeah. The pattern on the shelf catches your attention and you recall the knowledge base within your brain. You remember an article on ancient folk which seemed to be some kind of ritual paraphernalia, but you can't remember of it. Damn it. This is an antique my lord acquired, though I do not know its origins. At this point I've come to accept his strange fascination. I ask that you do not let it bother you. I get it. Some rich folk really can be obsessed with secrets and mysteries. It's not like it's uncommon or anything. At the very least, I'll get some pictures to hopefully get some gain of this trip. You notice the butler doesn't try to stop Saya. However, the moment Saya sets the camera into position, ready to take a picture. What the hell is this? She whips out a gun from her gutter and shoots at the table. Upon firing her handgun, Saya seems to reflexively stumble back. She gasps and collapses on the floor. You would have never expected to see her look so defenseless. Saya! Lady Saya, what's the matter? It's nothing. Nothing at all. There's something wrong with this table. I suggest telling Mr. Carter to get rid of it. I will inform my lord. Normally, you'd expect danger to go hand in hand with Saya. Whatever she witnessed must have been something that cut her deep. Has Mr. Carter been in physical contact with the table for extended periods of time? Yes, but the master seems fine. I will inform the master of these problems as soon as possible. Is there anything else I can do for you? It's getting late, and I believe this is probably a good time to gather our thoughts. For now, we'll go back to the room and rest. Butler nods and walks away, seemingly giving you a moment before leading you to your room. Saya seems to have settled down considerably. Thank you for that. I'm feeling better, for now at least. She finally hesitates for a moment before continuing. Once she visually confirms that the butler left the room, she continues. The house I saw through the camera lens is completely different from what it looks like now. The table itself does not exist, and the room is heavily distorted. Everything around exists as complex shapes. It wasn't blurry or anything, but the details looked too complex for me to clearly detail. Everything gave off a sense of wanting to tear me to nothing and drag me away. It's hard for me to describe it that well. I'm sorry I made you worry about me. Everything's fine. If you're okay, I'm almost done investigating, so let's go get some rest. The table fucked her up. Wonder what the table saw. Okay, let's keep looking around, maybe something changed. I think when someone pulls out a gun and shoots at, like, nothing, you should probably take that as a pretty serious sign that there's something happening, at least psychologically. Please follow me. No, Snow. Snow, come back here. Snow runs away and Saya chases after her immediately. Saya, hold on. Long time no see. Still a rascal as ever, it seems. Oh, she knows something. She knows something. It's possible Snow has some connection to previous times. Is Snow a reincarnation of the daughter? Or is Saya the daughter? And then Snow is like, the person that holds the soul. I don't know. Again, it's like Lovecraftian. It's not meant to be understood easily. Hold on, let me move this down a bit. You follow Saya to the garden, where the lights are on. Snow is standing on the well in the middle of the garden. Come here, Snow. That's not a place for you to be playing around. Meow. Meow. Hold on, let me put my cat on the lake. He's sleeping right now. Oh, where's the butler? We can't find the room without her. Look behind you. For some reason, the butler isn't following you. Saya, you're so fast. It took me a lot of effort to chase you. Even for me. Let's just wait here. There are lights in the garden. You see every flower clearly. Looking around, only the well is still dark and pitch black. Oh, you don't like it. There's so many small lightings around. Somehow you feel like you're being stared at by something. The freshly renovated soil and the surrounding flowers have just been planted. Oh, that's not good. Somebody buried or something. Paradoxically, the leaves of the bushes here turn gray. It's as if it's lost part of its vitality and looked sick. You always feel as if it's saying something to you. Neither Saya nor I know the way. The butler could find us. Oh, some herbs. Some light healing. More light healing. flowers here are tidy, and there are some well-trimmed plants inside, and you were lucky enough to find some four-leaf clover. I hope they don't charge me for this. It's like being well-stocked. Okay, we won't look into the well. I feel like we'll be dragged in if we do. Snow was always nice. If only I knew what meow meant. Look at the well. Yep, yeah, I knew it. Something weird's happening. Who upped the saturation? Who deep fried the screen? Who's doing this? Okay. You see a strange mist. It creeps slowly as if it were alive, making you feel nauseous. As if you see something you shouldn't have seen. But you don't have time to pull your head back. There's a cold feeling behind you. Don't push me in. At this moment, you hear a strange voice. No, it's not strange, but you can't believe it. It's someone's voice. Like an exclamation or surprise. That thing is surprised by your reaction. The only word you hear clearly, and the voice goes away. You feel as if a cold hand has touched your neck. It's like an indication or a warning. Oh no, she fumbled. What happened? There was a person behind me, maybe. I didn't find anything abnormal in this short time. Why did you suddenly come so far? I almost couldn't reach you. Snow almost fell into the well, but we're fine now. I see. It's good that you are fine. This well was found by my lord before he built the mansion. Something may have happened before, but I don't know the detail. Only the lord is keen to explore these mysterious events. Is there water in this well? How deep is it? Not sure. It was abandoned long ago. Nobody uses it. You see the butler frown. Well, I'm too old to stay up. It's getting late now. Follow me to the room for rest, my guests. Yeah, I want to investigate, but I'm cautious. And there'll probably be an occultism check. I'll use SP if I do this. I got an okay amount of SP. Don't fall in. Although it's very dark outside, you are still keenly aware there are many small circles in the edge of the well. Hard to notice. These cracks clearly did not exist before. They interlock like blood vessels. Black liquid begins to leak from these cracks, flowing outward along the well. Sire, butler, where are you? I'm doomed. A small device displays the name Carter. You begin to hear a strange sound play from within the device. It's an odd sound that almost sounds like something screeching. It sounds like language, but you can't understand the words themselves. It feels like it carries a wave of energy that feels unnatural. The voice begins to make you sway. It feels like something is pulling you in, ready to swallow you whole. You begin to feel an emotion from the voice. It sounds like a person asking for help. The voice seems young, energetic, but covered in a deep layer of sadness. Help us! Help us! Young, energetic. Sadness. Boo-hoo. Alright. Help us! The sudden words break your trance. You slowly begin to come to your senses. Whose voice was that? It wasn't Carter. Ahead, you watch a beast-like creature formed from purples and greens. It seems to almost draw the very stars into its form. You feel as though its very soul is pierced by an invisible. Your very soul has been pierced by an invisible blade. You are unable to move no matter how much you struggle. Feel like prey that has fallen into a predator's trap, merely waiting for your demise. The creature slowly makes its approach to you. Oh, that scared me. You feel as though your life is about to end. Then you hear the soft meow of a cat. A strange sensation surges into your flesh, feeling as though you are healed without the tenderness of relief. Instead, a primal energy pouring into your soul. Alright, let's see. Shit. Come on. Thank you. Pain racks through you, but you feel in control of yourself. All you can process is the need to run or fight. Run! Well, I'm not fighting that thing. It feels like it might be a boss fight. In the meantime, Saya and the butler have been anxiously searching the courtyard for any trace of you. You once again find yourself at the edge of the well. Saya immediately notices and rushes over to you. It feels as though she's trying to ask you something, but your mind feels exhausted. It feels as though the world itself is collapsing. You drop onto the ground. Guest room. The butler led you to the guest room, leaving once she confirmed that you've settled in. Saya takes a seat near the edge of your bed. She takes out her various weapons and briefly looks over them as if cautious. As she is in the midst of looking over her handgun, she yawns and lays down on the edge of the bed. And this time you've been asleep. All this time you've been asleep, suffering from horrific nightmares. You find yourself in a dark abyss. Your skin feels as though it's being torched by magma. An impulse constantly tugs on your mind, and you don't know how long you can ignore the pain. It's getting worse. It itches. How can you make it stop? You scratch at your body and at your surroundings in an attempt to stop it. The searing pain does not stop. You hear sounds of fighting, various armors and weapons clashing, all the sounds being poured directly into your ears. Blood-curdling screams and death throes continue to drown your mind as you are helpless to stop it. You feel so small and powerless. The world around you tears you apart, but then puts you back together again. Over and over and over and over and over. Eventually, the feeling of magma begins to grow past what you thought was its peak as your eyes strain to find purchase. You see it climbing from the ground below as if to engulf the small remaining land you sit upon. The area around you slowly collapses and joining the hellish depths below. Terror fills your mind as time slows. You plunge into the magma below as countless hands reach from under the hellscape, restraining your arms, hands, neck, thighs, and your ankles alike. The hands force you to see the burning pile of bones, alabaster white beneath the surface as every inch of your body burns with the full force of a star. You want to escape, but you have no way out. Just when you were about to be swallowed up by the bubbling magma, you suddenly open your eyes and wake from the nightmare. That is fucked. That is wild. You wake up sweating as your heart feels as though it's about to beat out of your chest. Keep quiet. Saya, realizing you've woken up, nods towards the doorway and raises her finger in caution. There's something going on outside. You hear the sound of footsteps outside. At first, it sounds as if it's coming from just outside the door, then far away, then both. It's strange and hard to comprehend. We'll take a candle. I like burning things. Is there anything at the desk? Ooh, a flower. Damn, we're worse for wear. We'll eat bread, maybe that'll help. Please. I need the healing. Wonderful. Got the water bottle. All right. We're alive. Don't turn on the light. The light may attract that unknown creature. Don't turn on the light. The light may attract that unknown creature. Carefully creep up to the edge of the doorway, careful to avoid the small edge of light leaking through. You look out through the people and only see a small empty corridor. It seems that they keep the corridor lit on during the night. The sky outside is still dark. You attempt to catch any sound from outside the door. Perception. Easy. As you listen, you hear a set of footsteps in the hallway. The sound soon fades into the wandering corridor. You take a moment to catch your breath, but as you do, you see a small crack in the doorway suddenly grow larger and larger, ever so faintly. You feel an eerie sensation wrap around you. What the heck? Cat! Okay. I forget what that one's called. This one looks stripes on the back. I had a cat like that before. I have a cat like that, but it has blue eyes. It's like the blue eyes on this one, and very fluffy. I had a black cat before, but it had like damn near glowing golden eyes. I like cats. As you teeter on the edge of consciousness, you hear a whisper. It doesn't sound like any form of language you know. It's completely beyond your knowledge. As the whisper begins to fade, you begin to feel kittens surround you, all meowing. As you come back to your senses, you quickly realize your heart rate is abnormally fast. It's hard to breathe, and your face is burning up. Well, you can't be sure of what you heard. You realize it had an impact on your direct being. No! Damn it. I'm pressing too quickly. They surround you, meowing with warmth, striving to please you. Everything in the illusion seems so virtual and wonderful. You feel your body temperature rising rapidly, and you begin to let yourself slip away into the dream. You feel a wave of dizziness come over you. You trip into the wall, plummeting onto the cold floor below. As your consciousness fades into darkness, you feel something gently caress your hand. It feels loving, almost. The last edge of your consciousness begins to slip, and you fall asleep. Saya wakes up first. Thank God we're fine. Seeing you lying on the floor, she understands the situation quickly. Partner, it's time to get to work, shall we? After Saya wakes you up, you take a moment to calm your mind. Once you do so, you hurriedly tell Saya everything that happened before. Damn it. Happened to you before. Saya puts on a serious look and analyzed slowly. Seems like a certain power is protecting us. We could have gone missing just like the madam. We must meet with Carter today then. Well, it is necessary to talk with Carter properly, but for now, let's go to the ballroom first. The butler told me there would be a grand banquet. We should feast on dishes we've never seen before. Don't worry so much. Say, Carpe diem. Carpe diem. I don't know how to say that. Let's go. Anything to borrow for the time? Nothing. Got okay, SP. We're not wigging out too often. You see that Saya found a young girl in the middle of the corridor. The girl's hair is a beautiful sea blue, her skin pale, but seemingly not for the lack of being outside often. She wears a short white skirt and a deep gray jacket. She's the epitome of beauty. Hello there. Are you the detectives that arrived the other day? Who are you? Rather more importantly, what do you want? The girl's ears almost visibly perk up upon hearing Saya's voice. She takes a quick hop forward and hugs Saya instantly without any concern. My name is Sherry. I was also asked to come here and help out with the investigation. What's your name? As you approach, you catch a familiar scent on the girl. Like perfume. No, it's more akin to a body fragrance. You know you've recently known the scent, but the more you try and process it, the less focused you become. The name's Saya. I'm here for the investigation as well. Sherry, it is an honor to meet you. You also introduced yourself and complimented Sherry's appearance. The girl is very happy to hear you praise her beauty, but she seems to prefer to stick to Saya, grimacing at you. Hehe, thanks. I can't do that. Thanks. Was there a reason you came to find us? I just wanted to introduce myself now. Ace wrote to me seeking my assistance with the current situation. For clarity, Ace is the blonde maid keeping the mansion in one piece. Sherry then went on to introduce herself as a college student majoring in archaeology. You recall that the butler from the other day, or this Ace, had mentioned that paranormal expert would arrive today. I see. Would you mind letting go of me? Oh, I'm so sorry. I heard that you had already encountered some paranormal activity. I fought a star dog or whatever that thing was. Would you mind sharing what happened? We saw something indescribable and experienced a phenomena similar to time travel. Anyway, it's something that can't be described in words. What? What the what? Time travel? Indescribable? Is it something that can't be seen? I think so. At the time I was physically exhausted, I didn't know what was going on. That's a shame. Anyway, it's 8 o'clock. How about having some breakfast together? That sounds great. I'm starving. Okay, they're going off. I'm gonna go find something to do. The etiquette mirror is placed here. The mirror surface is a bit blurred due to water vapor. You can feel the atmosphere here is a bit scary. Here. Wanna watch the mirror and watch a reflection scare me again? Guest room? Sure. You got this. You don't got this. But you got more luck than I do. You see the mirror. You see in the mirror and making it difficult for you to see the picture of the mirror. You see the mist in the mirror and making it difficult for you to see the mirror. And then the mist is approaching you. You see the mist attached to the glass and a figure emerges from the glass in front of you. Well, look at it. We don't get anywhere without any risk. Through the reflection of the mirror in the hallway, you see a man dressed as a servant swiping his card, sneaking into the study room, then running out of it in a panic, holding a book of documents in his hand. The image disappears, and the fog comes towards you. Then you hear a painful cry. Help us! Oh. My head hurts. I can't enter this room without a key card. We'll explore a little bit. It's an old box that holds treasures. Oh, I want the flower. Can't open this without the necessary card. Without the necessary card. Yeah. Alright. And then there's a guest room. Anything special happen when I go back? Is there gonna be somebody with a knife? Nope. Alright, we cool in here. Alright. Oh, butlers. You arrive at the banquet hall as Ace seems to be directing the other staff in preparing for tonight's event. Oh no, I don't think this event will be anything beneficial. The other staff in preparing for tonight's event, Sherry rushes up to her, almost pouncing on her. Ace smiles slightly in response as if she's given up on preventing this. I see you two have woken. Was your rest pleasant? Ace sets down her notebook, seemingly prioritizing your arrival. Or just realizing she won't get much more done with Sherry around currently. What a menace. It would seem you have questions for me. Ask away. I'm happy to assist. Have you seen my cat? Snow was gone when I got up. Unfortunately, I have not. A search. I'll ask the house staff to search for her. Do you know when Mr. Carter will be around? Last I attempted to find him, he didn't answer my call. I don't know where he is currently. Did you notice anything strange in the hallway last night? I'm too old to be working late these days. After I delivered you to your quarters, I went to rest myself. I can't say I saw or heard anything out of the ordinary. Do you have anything for first aid around the manor? I'd like to get a better idea of what's around just in case. Upon hearing the phase first aid, Sherry's ears perk up. I can do it. Anyone need treatment? I briefly take a doubtful look at Sherry. Unfortunately, she notices. Her cheeks puff up angrily as she turns to the butler behind you. What do you mean by that? How dare they doubt me? Ace, testify for me. Ace looks like she's basically giving up on this conversation. Where do I begin? Well, it's complicated, but she is indeed an experienced doctor. I wouldn't believe it, honestly. But please allow me to retire from this conversation first. There's an important exhibition today. There's still much to get done. Let's enjoy the food first. Agreed. I agree. All right. It's an hour and a half in, so I might as well not give up. I want to. I might take a break here. So, I guess if you watch this far and you want to know what happens, or if you have any theories you would like to place down in the comments, it would be interesting. For the most part, my running theory right now is the gem. Well, we know the gem is basically doing all of this. The gem is 100% the cause of all of this. It was after the gem that caused all the issues, so 100%, it's got to be the gem. I'm thinking it's like the power of greed caused him to like murder his wife or murder his child. Well, probably not his child. It might have been. Yeah, because we don't know. But the Ace and Sherry seem to know each other. Sherry didn't arrive until later. Could she have been the one in the car before? But the only one who's committed vehicular manslaughter so far we know is Saya, isn't it? I don't know. But yeah, I might as well call it there. If you like this, then I guess put a like on it. If you don't like it, then in the famous words of the Backstreet Boys, tell me why. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm tired. Too much to try and understand. Okay. Well, y'all take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.